Thank you, Mr. Tapper. You may have to bear with me slightly as I actually received some corrected statistics from officers literally minutes before the start of this meeting. We are actively working on a range of measures to support the delivery of more genuinely affordable homes in the borough. This includes direct delivery of council-owned sites, provisions in the new local plan to meet housing need, as well as new affordable housing strategy to ensure that where new homes are delivered, they reflect the need for social rented homes. But the simple fact is that we need to deliver more homes for Hertsmere. They need to be in the right places and supported by the right infrastructure. The 2020 local housing needs assessment highlighted that there is a need for 503 affordable dwellings per year in this borough. An updated assessment is currently being finalised, and it's likely to suggest that the overall affordable housing need across Hertsmere is likely to be nearer to 600 homes per year. Now, to put that in context, the council's housing land supply is currently confirmed at only 2.6 years. That's significantly below the 5 years that we're obligated to demonstrate as an authority with no recent local plan in place. The lack of local housing supply results in a set of adverse impacts. Some of those relate to, for instance, our housing register. As of 31st of January 24, there were 629 households on the register, with 93 new applications that month alone. This demand far outweighs the supply and forces us to prioritise those in highest need. In reality, they're the only ones that are going to get a look in. But in respect of homelessness, again, in January of this year alone, there were over 150 approaches from families experiencing homelessness, which is a 77% increase from December 2022. In terms of growing house prices and rents, since 2012, house prices have increased by nearly 50% in the borough and rents by 42%. Median private rents are 50% higher than the East of England average and 64% higher than the national average. Since 2012, average gross affordable housing delivery in the borough has been just 59 affordable dwellings per year, against that 600 number that we're going to need to meet. In 2022-2023, only 21 affordable dwellings were delivered in the borough. Now, just to drill down on those numbers slightly and give you a kind of case study as to the reality, what it means in terms of the housing register. If you look at the most sort of in-demand scenario where families need to transfer in to a 3-bedroom social rent property, those are happening at the moment at a rate of only 3 per year. Yet already there are 120 people in that position with that need registered on the list. That works out on an average 40 years wait to meet that need. That's not a waiting list, it's a travesty.
Thank you. Josh, do you have a supplementary question on the same topic? Your question must relate to your original question or the subsequent reply.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you, Councillor Newmark, for your response. This sounds like a significant deterioration, not helped by a total and utter failure from the national government to drive and build enough affordable and social housing. What kind of difficult decisions will need to be made to help meet this need?
Councillor Newmark.
Thanks, and your analysis is absolutely right when it talks about the need for difficult decisions. Look, we all knew there was a housing crisis locally and nationally, but certainly when we were preparing our policies, when both parties in this administration were preparing our policies before the last set of local elections, it's fair to say that those numbers were somewhat obscured, and it's actually down to fantastic work of our housing portfolio holder, Councillor Matthews, who has a handle on this that's second to none, that we've actually been able to drill down into what those numbers really mean in terms of impact for local families, local people currently on the register, the increasing number of homelessness presentations that we're receiving as a council, and we really started to grasp and understand the extent of the crisis in Hertsmere. And for me, it's very clear that that sets up a series of difficult, challenging, and potentially contentious and controversial decisions as to how we inject a new sense of speed, alacrity, and quantum into our ability to build and deliver affordable and primarily social houses around the borough. And that means coming to terms with some very difficult debates and decisions about balancing the need to protect and defend our greenbelt and the need to provide adequate housing for those in desperate need of a place to call home. I don't have the answers here and now, and I believe that there is an important and legitimate debate to be had over the weeks and months ahead around those decisions. Some of that debate will happen in the context of a local plan. Some of it will continue to play out as it has in recent weeks in social media. But what I know is that we have a responsibility to engage with that debate in a way that moves beyond the current binary, beyond the current narrative that says greenbelt on one hand, homes on the other, and actually enables us to move forward as a council that delivers innovative and groundbreaking solutions and get on with delivering those homes at the earliest possible opportunity. To do anything else would be to shirk responsibility, to hide behind a narrative that says greenbelt at all costs without the homes will be to let down those people that need somewhere to live.